Nobody's talking about this, but when the High Street Group moved assets out of the company, they didn't replace them with cash, they replaced them with a promise. Now that might not sound like a big deal at first, but when you understand what that actually means, it changes everything. In the book, The £500 million Loan Note Scam, Who Profits When Investors Lose, Chapter 14 explains what happened when a substantial portfolio of property and land was transferred out of the High Street Group to a connected company. And here's the crucial line. No cash consideration changed hands. Think about that. No money came back into the company. Let's just pause there. Assets leave the business, but nothing replaces them in real terms. And instead of cash, what was put in its place was something very different. A future possibility. The book goes on to explain only once properties were developed 3 or more years later, and only if a surplus was produced would value flow back. Think about how conditional that is. Not now, not guaranteed, only if projects succeed. That will be years into the future and under conditions that haven't even been met yet. So what you effectively have is this. Real present day value leaves the company and in its place a conditional future outcome. That's the point that most people miss because on paper everything can still look structured, controlled, even legitimate, but in reality the position has fundamentally changed. The value hasn't been replaced, it's been deferred and made uncertain. And by the time collapse came, that difference was everything. That's why this book is so important because it doesn't just tell you that the High Street Group failed. We know that. It shows you how that structure worked before it failed and how those decisions shaped the outcome. If you want to understand this properly, the full breakdown can be found in the £500 million Loan Note Scam, and there's a link to the book in the description. And if you're trying to understand what your options are after something like this, there's also a link in the description that can certainly help. And if you'd rather speak to someone directly, you can call the number on your screen now.